What's up, cosmonauts? Welcome back. It's been a while. I created a video on Cosmos ecosystem, covering the entire ecosystem, not just a particular project. However, today's topic is not pleasing. I'm actually going to discuss some of the dead projects in the Cosmos ecosystem. Yeah, dead or about to die. It's either blame the market, the condition, the macro, micro, or the team, whatever it is. It's obvious. Can't ignore it. All right. So I'm going to give it to you as it is, show you what's happening. There was a proposal, a bunch of proposals on osmosis that came to my attention, and they talk about they talked about removing incentives from certain pools. All right. Unless the project proves themselves, that's what it is. And I think the proposal is going to pass based on what I'm seeing. All right. So let's actually dig deeper and see what's up. All right. Okay, so this is the chart, of course. Everything is red today. I just have to show you what's happening. EVMOS, decent. Staking at 622%, I believe so. 26%. Yep. The epoch just went off, so people taking profits, I guess. All right. Let's start with maps of zone. Before I get to the proposals, and then we'll just do a quick overview of the projects and see what's doing what. All right. All right. So this is the most active zones by volume. IBC looks really cool. The whole globe. So Osmosis, Axelar, Cosmos Hub, Crypto.org, EVMOS, top 5. Juno, number 6. Not bad. Decent volume, IBC in. However, if you look at the... Yeah, Osmosis, no doubt. Of course, it's the best DEX, right? At this moment on Cosmos. But if you look at the 24 hours volume, it's disappointing because IBC volume activity, you see all the red, that's outflow, the volume out, people taking money out of the ecosystem. And I had to show you this overall because so you don't get disappointed, because it's what's happening everywhere. All right, one day it's green, the next day it's how it is. Okay. However, there's a lot of volume going, decent stuff. All right. So at this moment, it's very difficult to bet on any project. Personally, I just hold a little bit of EVMOS. Well, that's all I have. And some Juno. And the rest are just extremely risky. Even Juno is risky. And I plan on covering Juno and also SwiftChain again. SwiftChain is something... I did a video recently about VCs and all that. But I don't know. I probably might change my mind. Just because... I don't know. I'm going to talk about this some other time. All right. So let's actually talk about the obvious projects. All right. So this is the... Let's see. All right. The proposals. Enable superfluid staking on Osmosis EVMOS. This is going to pass. Sure. I voted yes. Continued reduction of emissions on to liquidity pools. All right. Check this out. This is another reason you'll see all the APRs have gone down in the pools significantly, especially the ones that do not have the Osmo pair. Not that lucrative, as if you remember when I started the video, the channel, when I talked about osmosis and the pools and staking, it was way higher. All right. And of course, it's not only the bear market, but they realize it's not sustainable. It's going to die. It's going to kill the system. So they had to act on it. So wise. And let's see, APR 28%. Some of them are still decent if you filter through. EVMOS Osmo is the highest one right now. It was way above 200%, but the single stake is at 626%. So I'm not sure why people would go over something else unless you hold a significant amount or you have a lot of money to put into. Then sure, I understand. All right. So EVMOS is fine. I believe it's gonna be here. All right. Rovo Osmo, very controversial. And Huawei. So let's talk about, let's see. I'm going to talk about this as well real quick. You guys are aware of Osmosis Frontier by now. The most riskiest tokens get listed here first. Then once they prove it, then they're probably moved over to the main DEX. Through a proposal, of course. I believe so. Governance proposal. But let's actually get back on this. Continued reduction of emissions to liquidity pools. If you haven't voted, I suggest that participate in governance whenever you get a chance, whenever you see them. It's pretty easy. If you're on Kepler, you can see the dashboard and status. All right. Reject. Okay, why? What happened? Condition reduction of current says reject. Okay. Interesting. So Osmosis has been providing only 80% of the 45% of emissions to liquidity pool since proposal 230. These have not returned to liquidity incentives since proposal. Not so important. Current turnout only 8.58. That's not good. This was the one. Look at the the red versus green. Let's see this one, 267. And this one again will pass. Regular incentive adjustments. They have to do this for sustainability, I guess. So here, check this out. Manual incentive adjustment. Completely remove incentives for various pools. This proposal will remove all OSMO incentives for the non-OSMO pairs of the following assets: Med, BCNA, Huawei, Humi, DSM, like that's Desmo, I believe. Oh man, so a lot of them, right? If you go to the pools, and it says with no pairs, right? Non-OSMO pairs. So if they don't have a pair with OSMO, they're probably gone. Someone was suggesting that every chain or every project should have their own DEX, because you get the point. It's tough. All right, so let's see. Where are the pools here? Atom Huawei, this might be gone. NetOsmo, oh, there's NetOsmo. But over here, if you look at it, I'm going to come to this in a second. I don't know if they changed something. Oh, here, there's a lot more. Neta, Kerberos, Marble, gone. Sad. In addition, OSMO incentives for all pairs will be removed from the following assets. So regardless of whatever, whether it's paired with OSMO or not, all these will be removed if the vote, if this proposal passes. And it seems like yes is overtaking it. Well, no. Oh, there's no with video as well. So it looks like current status is reject. I don't know. It's so difficult to understand this. Yeah, because nobody wants this to happen. Nobody wants this to pass. A lot of people hold some of these tokens, I'm sure, right? But if you really see it from the, I don't know, the macro point, yeah, it makes sense. And it clearly said, as says here, on June 20th, the total OSMO emissions were reduced by 33%. This had the immediate effect of lowering staking and LP rewards return. The goals of this proposal are twofold. First is to remove incentives for the aforementioned pools, freeing up incentives to add to assets that will bring value to OSMO stakers, holders, and LPers. Second, to ignite discussion about the process of avoiding, oh man, this is so difficult, incentives in the first place. Notably, these incentives were instituted with minimal to no vetting by simple governance vote. If party wishes to state the case that any given asset or pool should have OSMO incentives, let them demonstrate the merits of their propositions. So basically, they haven't proved anything. Literally, Marble going down the drain. Neta, Kerberos, I'm going to talk a little bit about Kerberos. Mantle as well. And the rest, I have no idea. So unless they prove it, that they're here to stay, they're doing something, I think they'll be gone. All right. Or maybe I think, if you really ask me, I think they should be gone. Sadly, I hold Kerberos, Marble, and I'm still looking up to Kerberos. I'm going to come to this in a second. But, oh man, it's a disaster. All right. And if you look at some of the projects, they are fairly new. Mantle, Marble, Neta. I mean, well, Neta, forget about Neta. But the rest of them, Kerberos started, this whole channel started in Feb 2022. It's barely Feb, man. And now it's just what? No, don't declare it dead, is it? I don't think so. Well, I can't say it yet, man. You know, this is insane. But I'm just letting you know, this is the reality of crypto. Things are just falling apart, breaking apart, dying. And it's good to acknowledge instead of ignoring, because then you can learn something from it. Right? So if you look at some of the pools here, these are the top ones right now, giving decent APR. All right. Of course, DAI Osmo and Evmos, the top one, which is the best at this moment. If you really do something over here, other than that, nothing is juicy. It's just dead meat. And it had to be done for the sake of the ecosystem. protect the, I guess what, yeah, to protect the ecosystem. So anyways, let's check this out. All right, so over here, if you go to the pools, let's go to assets. You see there are a lot of other assets here which are not listed on the Osmosis main DEX. There's Joe, there's, oh man, there's a lot more. And there's a lot of Ethereum token here. You can buy ApeCoin, SHIB. Not a lot, but there's decent enough, right? Block. So all these, some of them will not survive. Block, I don't know what Block is doing. I've created a video on Block in the past. Matter of fact, I plan on doing a recap. A lot of people ignore the past. I think it's something we should look into and see what went wrong, and then we can learn from it, and then not probably try to avoid that next time. Whether you talk about investing in the project or working on it, whatever, right? So for example, if Kerberos fails, this is my 2 cents coming from a pleb, okay? Take it with a grain of salt. If Kerberos happened to fail, although if you look at the team, they're working hard, maybe, I guess so. Even an hour ago, 16 hours ago, they're trying to promote their NFTs or whatever. I don't know, man. It's insane. At least they're trying to be active. I don't know their motive yet. It's hard to pay attention on social and everywhere. It's just too noisy. But if you look at it, right? Let me show you. If you go to the pools here, Kerberos is dying. It has 12,000 in liquidity pool. $12,000. I think so. And if I go to the, let's see the info, right? So if you go to, check this out, Kerberos, what is this? $800 volume in 24 hours. $800. See, if I bought $1,000, it would drive the price 25%. Like, check this out, the volume here. It's insane. Same thing with Huawei. All right. I'm not talking about SwiftChain right now because it's a total different thing. But Asset Mantle, the NFT place, working on something, I guess. But Kerberos was on my list. I talked about Kerberos as a meme token, along with Huawei, if you remember. However, right now, the Kerberos is, it looks sexy overall, social and everything. But if you do the math, the numbers are disgusting. Are you kidding me? If this is real, $6,000 liquidity. That's tough. It's insanely tough. All right. Even to bring this back, it's going to be tough. There was a proposal that actually got rejected. They said, send Kerberos back to hell. I don't know if I can show you right now. Maybe some other time. But yeah, it got rejected because people want Kerberos to succeed or at least be here to do something. Okay. So first of all, I encourage you to vote, whatever it is, okay? Participate in governance voting because it matters. And pay attention to stuff because a lot of projects, they'll disappear. And I mentioned this in several other videos when I discuss Ponzi farming and eel farming. You can't leave your money and go on a vacation, especially, yeah, sure. Back in the days, that's what we thought, right? We can leave it for a couple of months, go on a vacation, come back and claim our rewards. But now, when you try to claim a rewards, you probably, in some cases, you might be bag holding, and that's very disappointing. Okay, especially during these bad times. All right, so yeah, I don't want to beat around the bush. That's all I got. If I wanted to touch on Mantle, because I have some Mantle. I talked about Marble. I can talk about, I can cover it right now and give you my opinion. But I think Marble is not gonna do well. It's just dropping, and I don't know, dude. Neta, I don't know why Neta exists. I wish I got the ad dropped, and I wish I sold, but it didn't happen. I bought, and the whole thing dropped. And Kerberos, along with Huawei, I literally thought, well, it could do something. I still don't know. It's the most highest risk at this moment. Kerberos, I don't know. Let's see what happens with the voting first. Okay, so keep an eye on this. Keep an eye on the MinScan, as well as maps of zones. They're really interesting resources. Okay, and let me know what you think about the video in the comments if you have any choice. Currently, if you ask me, I'm looking at Evmos and Juno. Juno, high risk. Evmos first, then Juno. Okay, just a little bit hedge against whatever crashes and everything else. Of course, Bitcoin is there, but Bitcoin is still sitting at 20. I don't know the floor yet. Nobody knows. And yeah, take it easy, not too easy. And I might have another video tonight or tomorrow. Let's see. Okay. So peace for now.